Good Tuesday morning. Chilling new details this morning on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
After the suspect faces a judge for the first time. It is April 28th. This is Today. In court, the accused D.C. gunman now charged with attempting to assassinate President Trump. His manifesto revealing more on the alleged planning of that attack and the potential targets, while top officials defend security at the event.
Law enforcement did not fail. They did exactly what they are trained to do.
But also discuss possible changes to how the president is protected. We're live at the White House with the very latest. No laughing matter. Jimmy Kimmel pushing back against calls from the president and First Lady for him to be fired over a joke about Melania Trump days before that D.C. shooting.
It was not, by any stretch of the definition, a call to assassination.
Inside the latest late-night controversy and where it all goes from here. Royal red carpet. The king and queen set for a busy day 2 in the nation's capital, a high-stakes meeting at the White House, a historic address to Congress, and then a lavish state dinner. We're there live in Washington. Breaking overnight, battered again. Even more tornadoes ripping across the Midwest, damaging homes, downing trees, and knocking out power. The threat now moving east with tens of millions on alert today. Al's tracking it all. Those stories, plus how fitting, the rise in weight loss drugs now altering the wedding industry, especially the search for that perfect dress.
Some advised me to order even smaller because they had seen such transformations.
The major shakeup with wedding season right around the corner. And swift decision. Music superstar Taylor Swift's bold move fighting back against AI.
It's me. Hi.
And new this morning, the 14-time Grammy winner opening up about just how she writes so many hits.
I have my phone and I have this file where I'll just be like, I know I like that, or I know I like that word.
Today, Tuesday, April 28th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melton. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for starting your Tuesday with us. Let's get right to those severe storms battering the Midwest and parts of the South overnight. This was the scene in Clinton County, Illinois, where a possible twister touchdown. We're going to check in with Al for the full forecast in just a bit.
Been a rough season there. We're going to begin, though, with the latest on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. The suspect made his first appearance in federal court yesterday. He's been charged with attempting to assassinate the president.
It all comes as King Charles and Queen Camilla are set to visit the White House again today on day 2 of their historic trip, and amid an ongoing war of words between the first couple and Jimmy Kimmel, who responded last night to their call to have the late-night host fired over a controversial joke.
Much to get to this morning. Let's get started at the White House. NBC's Garrett Haake on point this morning. Hi, Garrett. Good morning.
Hey, Savannah. Good morning. The shooting suspect, Cole Allen, could face life in prison if convicted on the federal charges he now faces. He didn't enter a plea yesterday, and he remains behind bars here in Washington until his next hearing. But now we're learning more about how this attack was allegedly planned and executed, and those new details are raising new questions about how the president is protected and the risks of our political rhetoric. The accused gunman in the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting is facing serious federal charges this morning after his first court appearance. The Justice Department charging 31-year-old Cole Allen with 1 count of attempting to assassinate President Trump and 2 weapons charges. Prosecutors citing alleged writings by the suspect sent to family members.
Make no mistake, this was an attempted assassination of the President of the United States, with the defendant making clear what his intent was.
DOJ officials releasing these photos of the weapons they say Allen was carrying, including a 12-gauge shotgun, a pistol, and 3 knives. According to charging documents, Allen ran past a metal detector located 1 floor above the ballroom, firing a weapon. A Secret Service officer who was injured returned fire 5 times, but did not hit Allen, who was eventually detained in the lobby. Authorities say Allen reserved a room at the Washington Hilton for 3 nights and traveled to D.C. by train on April 21st from his home in California. The acting attorney general says security at the dinner worked as intended.
Law enforcement did not fail. They did exactly what they are trained to do.
This was the 3rd attempt on President Trump's life in just 2 years. The White House holding a meeting Monday to discuss possible changes to how the president is protected.
We're always looking for ways to improve security.
New data analyzed by the Wall Street Journal shows domestic attacks and plots against the U.S. government are at their highest levels in at least 3 decades. The White House press secretary blaming Democrats.
The left-wing cult of hatred against the president and all of those who support him and work for him has gotten multiple people hurt and killed, and it almost did so again this weekend.
The top House Democrat responding.
This so-called White House press secretary wants to lecture America and lecture us about civility. Get lost. Clean up your own house.
The White House is also using this episode as an opportunity to make the case for the president's ballroom project, which they say could more safely handle large events like this. Undermining that argument, the Correspondents' Dinner is a private event, not a White House function, and its attendance is roughly 3 times the ballroom's planned capacity. Savannah?
All right, Garrett, thank you. We want to turn now to NBC's national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent, Tom Winter. So these charging documents, did they contain any new information? What more have we learned about how this unfolded?
Yeah, well, as you know from going through these documents over the years, typically we flip through the first couple of pages and get to the conduct, get to what is new. But actually, it's the very first sentence that really stands out in this charging document, which is the attempt to assassinate the President of the United States. Now, the 3rd attempted assassination of Donald Trump. So that is new information that they now believe, in fact, he was targeting them. And there's some information from his letter that he left behind, that manifesto that we referenced yesterday, talking about how he wanted to start at the highest ranking Trump administration official. Well, who's that? Of course, it's the president. We have a timeline now, the train travel timeline. When he booked the hotel approximately a month after Donald Trump announced that he would be attending this event and taking 3 or 4 days to get across the country to D.C. The other thing that's included in here, they note that this is a televised event. And I wonder if that's because it started at 8 o'clock. He gets down there at 8:40. If he was watching to know when the president was there and when the president was seated and when this event began, they don't put things in here by accident.
What's next, Tom? Where does the investigation go from here? And what more can you tell us about perhaps why he took the train?
Right. Well, the train component could be because your bags are not checked. They don't go through a magnetometer. They don't go through the X-ray. So he may have thought, you know what, this is the path of least resistance. I'm not going to have my bags checked as I make my way to D.C. And I can get off that train without having to collect any sort of guns. And of course, D.C. has very strict gun laws. So that could be a thing. Second thing that we're going to hear about in the next couple of days, there's going to be a detention hearing. There's no way he's getting bail here, but prosecutors will be able to argue before a judge. So we might get an update on the investigation. And then the third thing is they found the devices. So I wonder if we're going to find out more about when he started to make the turn that the family talks about, how he started to really get deep in his extreme beliefs. And you remember, we heard the same thing in the Charlie Kirk shooting with Tyler Robinson. So could that help investigators try to at least let the public know when somebody goes from strong political beliefs, which is not uncommon in this country, to when you might have a concern when somebody might act out on them?
All right. Tom, thank you very much.
You got it.
Well, the shooting has led to a new clash between the First Family and Jimmy Kimmel, the late-night host, pushing back overnight after the president and First Lady called for Kimmel to be fired over a controversial joke. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has that part of the story for us. Gabe, good morning to you.
Craig, good morning. Jimmy Kimmel standing by those comments overnight, calling it nothing more than a days-old light roast about the president's age, while also pushing the White House to tone down its own rhetoric.
You know how sometimes you wake up in the morning and the First Lady puts out a statement demanding you be fired from your job?
Overnight, Jimmy Kimmel responding to the latest calls for his cancellation. The late-night host facing new backlash after a controversial joke last week during a parody of the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Look at Mo, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
The segment aired 2 days before prosecutors say a gunman tried to assassinate the president at the dinner. Yesterday, the First Lady posting his monologue about my family isn't comedy. His words are corrosive and deepens the political sickness within America. Adding, enough is enough. It is time for ABC to take a stand. President Trump also slamming Kimmel for what he called a despicable call to violence.
Who in their right minds says a wife would be glowing over the potential murder of her beloved husband?
Kimmel now saying it was nothing more than a joke about the Trump's age difference.
It was a very light roast joke about the fact that he's almost 80 and she's younger than I am. It was not, by any stretch of the definition, a call to assassination, and they know that.
The controversy comes just 7 months after ABC briefly suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live in the wake of a monologue following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Now, the comedian taking on the White House, referencing a comment from the press secretary before the dinner.
If you want us to believe that a joke I made 3 days before this dinner had any effect on anything that happened, well, then maybe someone should look into this psychic lady, too.
This speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
And speaking directly to the First Lady.
I agree that hateful and violent rhetoric is something we should reject. I do, and I think a great place to start to dial that back would be to have a conversation with your husband about it, because
ABC and Disney have not responded to our request for comment. Neither has the White House on Kimmel's overnight monologue. Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez for us there in D.C. Gabe, thank you.
The agenda is packed for day 2 of the historic royal visit to the U.S. King Charles and Queen Camilla set to make stops at the White House and Capitol Hill today before ending the day with a lavish state dinner. NBC's Hallie Jackson is following their travels for us. Hallie, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. We expect the king to reference Saturday's shooting at the Correspondents' Dinner when he speaks to Congress later today, along with mentions of NATO and Ukraine during remarks that'll be closely watched both here and overseas, considering the tensions between the U.S. and the U.K. That's why for this normally more ceremonial visit, the pageantry may be overshadowed by the political, with King Charles likely hoping to use his friendship with the president as a kind of royal reset.
A red carpet rollout this morning as King Charles and Queen Camilla visit the White House for tea served with a side of diplomacy before the king's joint address to Congress today. He's set to become only the second monarch to deliver remarks at the Capitol, following his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, in 1991.
I do hope you can see me today from where you are.
Now, King Charles is expected to highlight how the U.S. and UK have always found ways to come together despite disagreements. And according to a Buckingham Palace official, he'll describe the relationship as one of the greatest alliances in human history, as he uses his own relationship with the president to try to repair the rift that's emerged over the war against Iran. President Trump, frustrated the British haven't done more to step up in support of the U.S., lashing out at Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
It's why Charles's challenge here involves more than just pageantry during a visit intended to celebrate 250 years of America's independence, including an official state dinner tonight, King Charles's first, despite 18 trips to the U.S. previously. But what's not on the schedule? Any meeting with survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, which some had called for, after King Charles's brother, former Prince Andrew, was stripped of his royal title under pressure for his connections to the convicted sex offender. Andrew, long denying wrongdoing related to Epstein, including allegations he sexually abused prominent Epstein accuser Virginia Roberts Giuffre.
This could truly be a stain on the monarchy if it's not handled appropriately.
We are told the royals will not meet with survivors so as not to prejudice the UK police investigations into Epstein-related cases. And after tonight's state dinner, the king and queen will head to New York tomorrow to highlight the economic ties between the two countries. Savannah?
Hallie Jackson on royal duty. Thank you very much.
Lots more to get to here on a Tuesday morning, including the latest round of severe weather. Strong storms pummeling the Midwest once again, tornadoes, large hail, heavy rain, and the threat for even more, well, it's on the move this morning. I was going to have that full forecast for us in just a moment. But first, NBC's Shaquille Brewster is in Germantown, Illinois for us. Shaq, good morning.
Good morning. And last night's outbreak of tornadoes was not as bad as some people feared, but that means very little to the folks in this neighborhood. Look right there. That is someone's bedroom. You see the walls now gone, the roof to that home completely blown off, the street in front of the home now blocked off by the debris. And to get a sense of the power of those winds, look at that tree. It is now splintered and toppled over, giving you a sense of why across the region you have hundreds of thousands of people waking up without power.
Overnight, a reported tornado just east of St. Louis, leaving this neighborhood a complete mess.
You guys good?
Homes reduced to piles of wood, downed trees litter the ground, and a whole power pole snapping off its base. All of it part of the latest severe storm system, creating dangerous conditions for millions in its path.
I don't think that's a tornado, but oh my gosh.
Including violent thunderstorms and intense hail across the Midwest. Lightning strikes from this sprawling system visible from space. In Missouri, the powerful storm pulling down power lines and ripping apart multiple structures, including this barn, now a pile of twisted metal. Wind gusts in Wisconsin more than 70 miles per hour, knocking down trees and power to thousands. And overnight, storms battering Tennessee. Heavy rain, intense lightning, and downed trees across the state. Thunderstorms even causing headaches for travelers, with temporary ground stops at some of the nation's busiest airports, including Chicago's O'Hare, as well as Dallas-Fort Worth International. As people come together to clean up after wild weather swept through so many communities.
And we're learning that this latest round of storms did turn deadly. Police in Michigan saying a 39-year-old man was struck by a falling tree. They say that witnesses told them he was warning others just before that tree fell, saying that he likely saved many other lives. Craig?
All right. Shaquille Brewster for us there in Illinois. Shaquille, thank you.
Well, it's been rough in the Midwest these last few days.
That's right. And we still have another 24 hours. Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. You can see this line of showers and thunderstorms approaching D.C. Knoxville in the middle of it right now. Probably airport delays there. Severe thunderstorm watches right now. Wichita Falls, Ada, all the way just to the north of Abilene, Texas. We're watching that through this afternoon. Now, for today and tonight, a new round of severe storms will develop later on this afternoon into tonight. With isolated flash flooding, we've got an enhanced risk from Fort Smith, Idabel, Dallas, Shreveport, Jackson, Mississippi. Wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour. Can't rule out a tornado or two. Tomorrow, that heavy rain moves into the northeast. New storms erupting near the Gulf Coast. And we're looking from Dallas to Birmingham, the risk of some flash flooding out there. That's because we could expect anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of heavy rain, especially in the lower Mississippi River Valley. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Hi, good morning, Miranda.
Yes, Ashley, flag on the play. We don't need you this morning or ever. So pack up your things, and HR will be in to see you shortly. Happy? You just cost Cornell's summa cum laude her job. First in her family to go to college, I believe. Anyway, come along.
To take
Spicy. 7:30. That's a little teaser from The Devil Wears Prada 2 before it hits theaters this Friday. And to get you even more pumped up, tomorrow on Today, Jenna will share her fun conversation with the cast. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Stanley Tucci, and Emily Blunt talking about the original's lasting impact, how much things have changed in 20 years, and what you can look forward to in the long-awaited sequel. I was going to say the cast, and Jenna is a member of the cast.
What?
She does have a cameo.
What?
That's right, Craig. You didn't know?
I had no idea.
Don't act like you don't know now.
You don't remember blurting that out?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They almost had to delay the opening of the film thanks to you.
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Legal letters inbound, yeah.
Looking forward to that. First up, though, in this half hour, the latest star to fight back against artificial intelligence.
Yes, Taylor Swift filing now 3 trademark applications with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, an apparent move to protect her voice and likeness from being misused.
NBC's Liz Kreutz joins us with that story. Hi, Liz. Morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Yeah, this is just the latest move by Taylor Swift to not only protect her music, but also now her likeness. Matthew McConaughey made a similar move earlier this year. And these types of filings are meant to give artists additional legal muscle to protect themselves against manipulated sounds and images in the rapidly evolving world of AI.
I should not be left to my own devices.
Left to her own devices, Taylor Swift is taking the fight to generative AI.
It's me. Hi.
The pop icon proactively moving to ensure her voice and likeness are protected from deepfakes and other AI misuse. Swift's company filing 3 applications last week, including 2 audio trademarks, one for "Hey, it's Taylor Swift," and another,
Hey, it's Taylor.
and a third filing for a visual trademark covering a photo of Swift holding a pink guitar.
if she's able to own a trademark on her voice and the sound of her voice, she could theoretically stop the AI platforms from creating content using her voice in any capacity.
Trademark lawyer Josh Gerben says trademark law could potentially cover a legal gray area created by AI between copyright and publicity law.
She might be able to argue that because her voice is protected as a trademark, that new song that the AI has generated is actually a violation of her trademark rights, whereas it wouldn't really been a violation of copyright rights.
The Swift filings mimic a similar move made by actor Matthew McConaughey this past January, trademarking his likeness and his most famous catchphrase.
All right, all right, all right.
Swift has been the victim of AI deepfakes on more than one occasion.
All you have to do is click the button below.
And is just one of many artists who have expressed concerns. More than 700 industry figures, including Scarlett Johansson, Cate Blanchett, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, signed on to back an anti-AI campaign earlier this year. But despite celebrity pushback, generative AI continues to encroach into the entertainment world.
I'm just a tool, but I've got life.
Tilly Norwood, the first all-AI actress, recently made an all-AI song and music video trolling Hollywood after the Oscars.
I'm not a puppet, I'm the star.
And a year after his death, Val Kilmer has been recreated with AI for a film set to be released later this year. As for Swift, she's doing her best to make sure her dedicated Swifties only get the real deal.
Look what you made me do.
Craig, start singing. Is that one of your jams? Okay. How might this legal strategy play out in court, Liz?
Yeah, well, Savannah, I mean, the short answer is that's actually really unclear right now because this is largely untested. The law, as you guys know, is notoriously lagged far behind advances in technology, and that's the case right now with AI. But what this is really another layer of protection for artists who historically have used copyright law to protect their likeness. Now, as for Taylor Swift to be really effective, experts tell us she's likely going to need to be able to enforce a trademark of her voice far beyond the limited one she filed for now of, hey, it's Taylor Swift. But then a judge or jury will have to decide if her trademark had been infringed upon, Savannah.
All right, Liz, thank you. Look what you made me do. That's what you were seeing when you spilled the beans on Jenna's cameo.
Oh, here we go. Back to that.
Yeah, I just saw it all come together. Yeah, by the way, we're going to have more on the AI revolution in Hollywood coming up tomorrow. And this will be interesting. Val Kilmer's daughter, Mercedes, is going to join us for an exclusive live interview. And, of course, they have a posthumous role that he has been playing. And the family, I believe, has been in support of it.
Yes, looking forward to that tomorrow. Also, speaking of Taylor, we're going to hear from her later in Pop Start, a revealing new interview with the star, opening up about songwriting and how she creates all those hits in Craig's head.
All right. Meanwhile, just ahead, some words of wisdom from two notable thinkers, Brené Brown and Adam Grant. They're going to both be here live. They're going to talk about strengthening our relationships with friends and family.
Plus, the unexpected impact of weight loss drugs on weddings. Emily Akeda's looking into that for us. Morning, Em.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. Well, from teeth whitening to spray tans to eating healthier, there's nothing new about that pre-wedding beauty regimen, but more American couples are introducing a new step to it. GLP-1s coming up, how the wildly popular weight loss drugs are introducing a new wrinkle to the wedding industry. Stay with us.
Welcome back this morning on In Depth today. Yet another industry that's being impacted by the rise of popular GLP-1 drugs.
Yeah, wedding dress designers are all too familiar, of course, with last-minute alterations. But now, serious weight loss is creating some major challenges.
Yeah, NBC's Emily Akeda here with more on all of it. Hey, Em.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. Well, nearly 80% of couples feel pressure to change their appearance for their weddings, according to a new report. Look, we've all been there. And the age of weight loss medications, those changes can be a bit more dramatic than in years past. And while a new pair of pants may be an easy fix, alterations to a hand-beaded 7-layer gown is a different animal that's now changing the wedding game.
Before walking down the aisle to say, I do,
you don't alter Vera Wang to fit you. You alter yourself to fit Vera.
Many couples have long practiced a robust regimen to look their best on their big day.
This is my comprehensive wedding prep routine as a 2026 bride.
But for a growing number of Americans, that beauty prep now includes another step, GLP-1s.
The waist measurement of the dress I ordered was 3 inches smaller than my waist at the time.
Nicole Hamilton, who is on a weight loss drug, had to guesstimate her size, anticipating additional weight loss ahead of her wedding next month.
Some of the places I went to advised me to just order in my current size. Some advised me to order even smaller because they had seen such transformations.
According to one survey, 10% of couples planning weddings this year are currently using a GLP-1, with another 10% considering it before the big day. The often dramatic results of weight loss drugs are shaking up the industry, with more women saying yes to the dress much closer to their weddings. The Wall Street Journal reporting rush orders at David's Bridal are up 50% in the last 2 years, a surge Designer Loft Bridal has seen too.
It's gone from a 5 to 20 pound decrease to 50 plus, if not more.
The New York City boutique has clients sign a contract and even started taking photos to remind the bride of the original fit.
Are there certain styles that are easier to make alterations to? Sure, there's certain fabrics that allow for certain more alterations. Something that's fully beaded, fully laced is going to be a little bit more difficult.
As the booming popularity of GLP-1s has intensified the pressure for some brides to look picture perfect, experts are reminding couples to avoid doom scrolling on social media and try to find a balance that's kind to both your body and mind.
Describe your goals for the wedding.
The goal, honestly, just to have fun.
Yeah.
And according to that Zola survey, couples spent over $1,000 to look, quote, wedding ready. Among the most popular changes, exercise routines, skincare, mental health tools, and nearly 1 in 5 say they're investing in cosmetic procedures too. I think in this age of social media, brides, couples, they're bombarded with so much when it comes to the beauty routine with social media.
Well, her advice against doom scrolling, really smart too.
Yeah, absolutely.
In general.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you.
Mr. Roker, you've been doing some wedding dress shopping.
Not me.
Well,
that's a whole different
Say more. Do tell.
That's right. No, Deborah and Leela are getting all that stuff. All I got is a suit, and I'm looking for a steak and a cigar. That's that. All right. And so, and the bill? No, that's thank you very much.
You're welcome.
5 to 15 degrees below average as you see that jet stream dip to the south, but 5 to 15 degrees above average temperature-wise down through the Gulf and on into the Ohio River Valley. Cincinnati today, Queen City 77, Fort Worth 92, 13 degrees above average. Burlington, Vermont looking warmer as well. Then tomorrow we see a little bit of dip. Baltimore down to 67, Tulsa -4. We're looking Mobile, Alabama, Daytona Beach all into the 80s. And then as we go into the weekend, cooler temperatures in the 60s in New York, mid to lower 60s in Louisville, Dallas. You'll be in the upper 60s to low 70s out west. Nice and mild for San Diego. Temperatures mid 70s. Rapid City, South Dakota, we're looking at temperatures mid 50s, but warming into the low 70s. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. A man looking ahead at 3 weddings.
Yeah, I know. Savannah just said that. We're talking about your wedding bill.
Carson just did a little back of the envelope math.
Yeah, I was like,
3 daughters.
3 daughters. Haven't gone to college yet.
Actually, Carson goes, that's not a thing anymore, is it?
Is there a 529 plan for weddings? Start planning now.
Yeah.
Get that wedding registry
going
going
a whole
early.
segment on that. Yeah. All right, guys. In case you haven't heard, our Pop Start sneak peek is here, and George Clooney is working on another Oceans movie, bringing the band back together with Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, and Don Cheadle. So now the only question is, when will we see that epic reunion? Here's what George said to Extra on a recent red carpet.
We have a script, we have a director, we got the cast. It's getting our schedules. I think we're gonna start in about 9 months. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. We're gonna have fun, and they're doing a prequel with Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie playing my parents back in the 60s. Well, I look at Bradley and I think he looks like me, don't you? You know.
You got Margot's eyes, or the other way around?
My mom, you mean?
That's kind of trippy to think of Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper as his parents.
You don't know where the good looks came from.
Yeah.
Could have been either.
That prequel, by the way, is scheduled to arrive sometime next year.
Mom and Dad.
That's your sneak peek, guys.
All right. Thank you, Carson. You're welcome. Looking forward to your full Pop Start. Look who I see, JBH, over at her boost wall.
Hi, guys. Okay, Craig, get your pipes ready because you'll be singing along to this cute video we just found right after this. No.
Well, Jenna has joined the party. Time to boost.
Okay, let's boost it. You know, there are some songs you just can't help to sing along to. With Craig, it's Taylor Swift, Sweet Caroline, Don't Stop Believing. Well, a whole car full of little girls would like to add this 2000 classic to the list.
Here we go.
is for Natasha Bedingfield. This is for you. It's unwritten. It is a great way to start the day, right? It holds up.
It really does.
Greg, what's your car song?
This weekend, I was just telling SG over the weekend, Delano and Sybil, they were both listening to the Noah Kahn album.
Oh, singing The Great Divide?
It's a good song.
Yes, actually. And then they were like, play Stick Season. Go back to Stick Season.
I know.
So,
These kids are into this folky coffee house thing. I'm here for that.
This weekend, Nick and I were singing Man I Need.
Were you really? Olivia Dean?
Olivia Dean.
Okay.
Olivia Dean's great.
Yes.
Come on.
How about all right, guys, coming up, perhaps we should call it New Music Tuesday. Well, it might be Gracie Abrams. She's got a new record coming out. We'll give you a taste of that and a whole lot more. A full-sized pop star on the way after a check of your local news and weather.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up in court this morning, the accused D.C. gunman now charged.
Make no mistake, this was an attempted assassination of the President of the United States.
As new details emerge from that chaotic night, we're live with the very latest. Then another round, even more tornadoes tearing through the Midwest overnight, destroying neighborhoods and downing trees and power lines. The severe weather threat now heading east. Al's got your full forecast. And better together, looking to strengthen the relationships in your life? We're bringing in the experts on human connection. Brene Brown and Adam Grant, both live to share their tips on building and maintaining those all-important bonds. All that, plus new tunes from Gracie Abrams.
I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot.
Anne and Dakota face off.
Even with my generous warning.
And Harry gets engaged in Styles.
Those American girls you spend your life with.
Today, Tuesday, April 28th, 2026.
From Plano, Texas. Today I'm 75. It's my first time in the city.
From Mississippi. Shout out to Athens, Georgia. Conway, Arkansas. And Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Girls trip from Galena, Illinois.
Today's my birthday. And it's Mom Trish to be at the Today Show. Celebrating our anniversary.
Good morning to our grandkids, Ruby and Murphy.
We love you.
It's George's first birthday.
We love the first birthdays.
Need a smoker's jar.
Yeah, we'll get outside, say happy birthday in person in just a moment. Happy anniversary in person in just a few moments as well. Look at that Tuesday morning crowd out there in the plaza.
Happy Tuesday in person.
Happy Tuesday in person. We've got a lot to get to. Let's start with your news at 8. And we begin with chilling new details on the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. The accused gunman now charged with attempting to assassinate President Trump. Let's get the very latest from NBC's Garrett Hake. He is at the White House this morning. Garrett, good morning to you.
Hey, Craig, good morning. The shooting suspect, Cole Allen, could face life in prison if convicted on the federal charges he now faces. He did not enter a plea yesterday and remains behind bars here in Washington until his next hearing. But now we're learning more about how this attack was allegedly planned and executed, and those new details are raising new questions about how the president is protected and the risks of our political rhetoric. The accused gunman in the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting is facing serious federal charges this morning after his first court appearance. The Justice Department charging 31-year-old Cole Allen with 1 count of attempting to assassinate President Trump and 2 weapons charges. Prosecutors citing alleged writings by the suspect sent to family members.
Make no mistake, this was an attempted assassination of the President of the United States, with the defendant making clear what his intent was.
DOJ officials releasing these photos of the weapons they say Allen was carrying, including a 12-gauge shotgun, a pistol, and 3 knives. According to charging documents, Allen ran past a metal detector located 1 floor above the ballroom, firing a weapon. A Secret Service officer who was injured returned fire 5 times, but did not hit Allen, who was eventually detained in the lobby. Authorities say Allen reserved a room at the Washington Hilton for 3 nights and traveled to D.C. by train on April 21st from his home in California. The acting attorney general says security at the dinner worked as intended.
Law enforcement did not fail. They did exactly what they are trained to do.
This was the third attempt on President Trump's life in just 2 years. The White House holding a meeting Monday to discuss possible changes to how the president is protected.
We're always looking for ways to improve security.
Now, the White House is also using this episode as an opportunity to try to make the case for the president's ballroom project, which they say could more safely handle large events like this. Undermining that argument, the Correspondents' Center is a private event, not a White House function, and its attendance is roughly 3 times the ballroom's planned capacity. Craig?
Garrett Hake from the White House for us. Garrett, thank you.
More than 25 million people across the South facing the risk of severe storms today, and it comes one day after parts of the Midwest were just pummeled by heavy rain, hail, and several suspected tornadoes. Storms leaving a trail of destruction in states like Missouri and Illinois. And that brings us to Al, and we'll see what today's trouble spots are. Good morning.
Yeah, we've got more to talk about, guys. Good morning, and good morning to you. That line that caused all the problems in the Midwest yesterday, it's making its way to the east now. Charlotte, Atlanta seeing some heavy showers and thunderstorms. But back to the west, we're seeing more storms develop. We got severe thunderstorm watches up into the afternoon, some severe thunderstorm warnings as well. In fact, we've got 26 million people at risk, wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour from Fayetteville, McAllister down to Fort Worth and Dallas, Little Rock, Jackson. We could be looking at strong tornadoes, plus heavy rain will be falling, some places picking up 1 to 2 inches per hour. That's why we have a risk of flash flooding, and that heavy rain will extend down into the lower Mississippi River Valley. We're also looking at some heavier rain making its way up into parts of the Northeast and New England as we move on through Thursday. So, guys, another 24 hours of some fairly dangerous weather.
All right, we'll check back in with you in a few. Thank you, Al. Nearly a quarter century after Run DMC's Jam Master Jay was shot to death, a man admitted in court yesterday to his role in the killing. Jay Bryant pled guilty to a federal murder charge. He told the judge that back in 2002, he helped other people get into a record studio to ambush the DJ. In 2024, a jury convicted 2 other men in his murder, though one of them was later cleared by a judge. Bryant is expected to face a sentence somewhere between 15 and 20 years in prison.
The state of Washington is suing a popular grocery store chain over allegations it has been overcharging customers for years via buy one, get one free offers. The lawsuit says Albertsons raised prices on items before those BOGO promotions and then lowered them again shortly after the deals ended. The state says the stores brought in as much as $19 million through those disputed transactions. Albertsons also owns and operates Safeway and Hagen stores. The chain released a statement overnight saying it strongly disagrees with those claims.
To the NBA playoffs we go. The Oklahoma City Thunder are moving on to the second round. They completed the 4-game sweep of the Phoenix Suns last night. The defending champs very much looking like the team to beat again. The final in that one, 131 to 122.
All right, we could be on the verge of a big upset in the Eastern Conference. The top-seeded Detroit Pistons now down 3-1 to the Magic. Orlando winning it last night 94 to 88. And what else you got?
Denver Nuggets, they're staying alive too. SG with the win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. The T-Wolves still leading that series 3-2.
All right, getting excited. We've got the news covered, sports covered, but what about Pop Start, Carson?
Guys, we could have called it Taylor Tuesday because that's what it's starting to feel like around here. The superstar coming up in her own words this morning on the process of writing music and what it really takes to craft one of those Taylor hit songs.
All right, first though, could your relationship with family, friends, even your significant other, could they be stronger than they are right now? Well, if your answer is yes, Brene Brown, Adam Grant, they are standing by, the voices that you want in your ear. We're going to get their advice for tending those all-important bonds right after this. Well, we are back. It is coming up on 8:11 now. We're back focusing on how we can build and maintain strong relationships, and we're doing it with not one but 2 best-selling powerhouse thinkers and experts on human connection. Brene Brown is a research professor and speaker who's reached millions with her insights on vulnerability, on courage, on empathy. And then Adam Grant. Adam is a professor and organizational psychologist who focuses on how we understand motivation. He also, for years now, has been challenging us to rethink how we work. And now they've joined forces. They've joined forces for a new podcast. It's called The Curiosity Shop. Renee, Adam, welcome back.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I mean, this is like the duo that we didn't even know we needed.
It's a duo we didn't know we needed.
What? I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought it up because what a lot of folks don't know is there was a little beef between the two of you for a number of years, and I guess at some point we kissed and made up. What happened?
I don't think we kissed. But what is that face? You wish. We did make up. No, we got in a little online LinkedIn dust up. Like we disagreed. He wrote something. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
We went back and forth a little bit. The interwebs took sides as things go.
We didn't talk for 4 years afterward.
Wow. And then,
that's true.
And then one day
he asked for my help with something. He was working with a women's professional sports team and said, would you come in and talk to them? And I said, let's go, let's do it.
And the rest is history. And now we've got this podcast. How did the podcast come to be?
We kept, first of all, we'd been reading each other's work even when we didn't like each other, which was mildly annoying.
I mean, it was enormously annoying, but go ahead.
But also, we kept showing up on each other's shows, and every time listeners said, this is our favorite episode, do more.
Yeah. So the podcast focuses essentially on life and connections and relationships, building those and maintaining those. But you come at it from two very, very different perspectives. How would you describe the perspectives?
I'm usually right.
And I want to get it right.
Oh, okay. I'm a qualitative researcher. He's quantitative. He looks at things from a very analytical data perspective. I also look at data, but I look at story as data. And so I think we end up weirdly, even despite trying not to, really agreeing on 95% of most things, but we see them very differently.
Let's talk about that because you both maintain there are essentially three main components of a strong relationship. What are the three?
Well, I think there are a lot of components, but I've never seen a relationship survive without the ability to repair.
To have difficult conversations.
Right. And to, on the flip side of the difficult conversations and the repair, to commit to moving forward. I would add with a lot of grace.
With a lot of grace. Let's start with the apology.
Yeah.
Let's talk about apologizing because apologizing, it's very difficult. Very difficult for, I would venture to say, just about everybody.
Yeah. I'm really sorry you feel that way.
Yeah. It's good. That's good.
People think it's weakness because people think vulnerability is weakness.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's hard.
So how do we fix that? What are we doing wrong there?
I mean, I'm a big Harriet Lerner fan, her work and her research, and one of the things that she taught me about apologizing, which is so hard for me, is to listen with the same passion with which you want to be heard. And so whether I'm the person that needs to offer repair or I'm getting repair from someone, I'm sometimes thinking about what I'm going to say while the other person's talking.
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh, yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, I got one for you. I got one for you.
Let's go, let's dance.
Yeah. Especially if you're married.
I mean, like, my husband and I have been together 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so a long time since we were really young. And so, yeah, a lot of repair and a lot of dancing.
And Adam, you say that when it comes to apologizing, it's also important, it's paramount to take responsibility. What does that look like?
Yeah, this is research led by Beth Poland. She shows that actually taking responsibility might be more important than saying sorry. It's nice to show remorse and say, I feel bad. Yeah. It is critical to say, this is on me. It's my fault. I caused the problem, and I'm willing to do whatever I can to prevent it from happening again or make it right.
No one likes to have difficult conversations, but you both have some thoughts on how we can make those difficult conversations just a little less difficult. How do we go about doing that?
Well, I think you first have to get used to discomfort. Discomfort's the key to everything. I love the playback. I love that when someone says something to you, you say, you know what, can I play back what I think you're saying? I think what you're saying is when I showed up like this and was really judgmental, that was hurtful. Is that what you're saying? Because between you talking and me listening, a lot of stuff happens in between. So the playback is a way to get really clear we're talking about the same thing here.
And oftentimes I would assume that you find that when you do the playback, you realize that there's clearly a chasm between what they're saying and what you're hearing.
Yes, people will say, oh, I'm not saying that at all. I'm like, great, I'm glad. Can you go again? I want to understand.
Adam, I remember vividly before I got married, before my wife and I got married, some of the advice that we got, especially from people who'd been married for like 40 years, they would say, never go to bed angry. Never go to bed mad.
Oh, yeah.
Adam's like, nah.
Such bad advice, because if you refuse to go to bed angry,
You're never sleeping.
No, I mean, you're going to stay up all night, but also you are arguing when you're tired, and you are arguing when you're angry, and sometimes it's better to wait until you've cooled down. Go to bed angry, wake up with perspective.
Moving forward, that was one of the 3 things that you guys also talk about in terms of maintaining a great relationship. How do we go about moving forward after we've had the difficult conversations, after we've apologized, we've listened with intent? Now it's time to move forward. What does that look like?
Well, I think the saying goes, the best apology is changed behavior. And that is not easy, right? So I'm going to commit to you, hey, Craig, I wronged you. Here's how I'm going to make it right. And then let's check in a week, and you let me know, am I making progress?
And small wins before we go, Brene.
I mean, I think grace. I might say to Steve or someone in my life, I apologize, I own this, and I'm going to change this behavior. And I might slip up. So grace about seeing someone trying to do things differently.
Yeah.
It matters. Like, we're imperfect, messy people.
When people listen to this podcast, what's the hope? What do we hope that they take away from each episode?
I'm hoping people walk away more curious and more informed. We need informed complexity in a world that loves simplicity.
Yeah, and to learn that discomfort and not knowing is better than being wrong and being sure.
We sure are so glad that you guys squashed that beef. Me
too.
Looking forward to the podcast. Brene, Adam, thank you. Thank you both. We should mention you can find The Curiosity Shop. It's a great name for a podcast, too. The Curiosity Shop. It's on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, we are load testing the couch for the best time of the morning.
Whole family.
Pop start.
Morning.
I'm starting to feel like this might be an intervention for me.
Well, actually.
You brought up actually, Adam Grant, Brene Brown, since you're here, we got one for you.
Well, we got a big pop star, and we got a whole group here. So we're going to start with Taylor Swift this morning. The New York Times out with a new video interview with the Grammy winner as part of their 30 Greatest Living American Songwriters series, which also includes, by the way, Babyface, Bruce Springsteen, Carole King, and Dolly Parton. In the new video, Taylor's opening up about finding inspiration to start writing at a very young age.
I started writing songs when I was 12. As soon as my love for singing and picking up an instrument happened, songwriting just spontaneously started becoming the entire cornerstone of my life. Was the type of
she also talked about how fans have been digging into her lyrics for decades, trying to link Taylor's music to her real-life romances. Here's more.
There's corners of my fan base who are going to take things to a really extreme place. There's nothing I can do about that. There's people who are going to try to, do detective work, figure out the details. Who is that about? What is this? When it gets a little bit weird for me is when people act like it's sort of like a paternity test. Like, this song's about that person, because I'm like, that dude didn't write the song I did. But that's part of it. You have to hold tight to your perception of your art and your relationship with it, and then you just kind of have to there it goes. Hope you like it. If you don't now, hope you do.
I like that.
There it goes. All right.
So much Taylorology there. I'm loving it. Can't wait to dig into
It's a full interview. You can check it out on your own time, too.
To hear about that.
Speaking of Taylor's former romantic connections, Harry Styles is up next. Not sure if you hear that. Could be wedding bells for the 3-time Grammy winner. Recently, he's been spotted with actress Zoe Kravitz. Fans linking the two, and according to People, they are actually engaged. The outlet reporting that a source has confirmed Styles and Kravitz have shared the news with, quote, a small circle, and the actress has been showing off a tiny little ring. He got her this tiny little diamond. Just a little itty-bitty thing.
I don't know. Man.
Cheap guy.
That is.
Congratulations to Harry and Zoe. Should it all be true? We think it is. Next up, Gracie Abrams, the chart topper, teasing some new music, is dropping soon. Put a couple quick snippets out on social media, and here's one of them.
I'm a crack in the pavement, I'm a slipknot. I'm afraid that my fortress is a glass box. I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot. Felt good for a day, but that stopped.
That looks like a video that's on my phone when Goldie gets my phone. It's just sort of like, what was she into last night? She's 6. Well, I'm not sure what that was, but looking forward to it. Gracie's got new music there. Third album on the way. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that. Next up, Verity. Guys, it really is the year of Anne Hathaway. From Mother Mary to Devil Wears Prada 2, and now the big screen adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling books, one of them anyway. She's in the spooky first trailer for the movie, where Anne plays an author who's had a mysterious accident and is unable to finish her best-selling series. That is where Dakota Johnson comes in, hired by Verity's husband to help finish the books.
Even with my generous warning, you're going to continue to ingest my words. But know one thing. There is no light where we're going. Darkness ahead.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Scary.
I want to see this now. Where does this go?
That's the feel-good movie of the summer.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Dark.
Josh Hartnett's in it also.
But Colleen Hoover's fans are going to go there.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And I loved this book.
Isn't she one of the top-selling authors?
She outsold the Bible a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'd say
so, yes.
That's just because everyone has it.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a rotation.
Is that a good thing? But let's see how long that one's on the bestseller list.
Yeah.
Verity hits theaters in October. While we're talking about best-selling books, Rebecca Yarros is up next. We've got a special announcement from the author behind hit books like Fourth Wing. We can exclusively reveal that her book, Peculiar Stars, is set to drop this fall. We've got a message straight from the author herself.
What would you do if you were stranded for 543 days on a deserted island with your fiance's cousin? Hi, I'm Rebecca Yarros, and my next book is called Peculiar Stars. It's a castaway romance about Callista, who crashes during a cyclone and has to figure out who she is, who she really loves when everything is stripped away. I can't wait for you to meet these characters, so mark your calendars for this November when it releases on Amazon. Thanks.
Oh. Translate that for us, Shannon. What's that? Are there dragons in the book?
Well, she's a huge bestseller. I don't know what this one has in it.
Okay.
I was talking about Sarah Moss, another writer, but this is another bestseller.
Fourth Wing did have dragons in it. So.
Okay, good.
That's Dylan's genre.
Yeah. Dylan, would you like to tell everybody about it?
I also don't know what that one is about.
Exactly.
But previous ones, you know, steamy scenes, dragons, magic.
How does steamy and dragons work together? Steam coming out of a dragon's mouth.
What's going on with my colleagues?
Steamy dragons?
That's what you're into? That's what you're into.
And dragons.
Says a lot. Today.com is where you can go for more on that. Peculiar Stars, hits shows on November 17th. Finally, Craig, we're looking at you. It's Tuesday. Glass half full. Brand new podcast dropping. Today's NBA champ and 8-time All-Star, the great Anthony Davis, who may or may not have played a little prank on our friend Craig here during the recording. Watch this.
You got me.
Good.
That's Mr. and Mrs. Smith bourbon right there.
No, it's not.
It is.
That is garbage. What is that? Is that
so you saying that the bourbon is garbage?
No.
Because I know the guy, Russ. That's my guy.
Maybe it's watered down. And it's called Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So what's give us your review. Honest review.
If you like tea, I'm being punked right now, am I not? That was cute. That was clever. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, everybody was in on it. Oh, everybody's funny now. Somebody can't take it. No.
We should bring Punk back.
I knew you'd give an honest review.
Right. Yeah. By the way, Anthony Davis, he did that because he's got a new show coming out on TBS. We'll be right back.
We are back, 8:35 with your health, and this morning we are diving into all things sun safety with Today contributor Dr. Michelle Henry. She's a dermatologist and a board member at the Melanoma Research Foundation. Dr. Henry, good morning.
Good morning.
We're going back to Sun 101 here, and let's talk about sunscreen. We know that we have to wear it, but what's the mechanism? How does it work? I've always wondered, what's the mineral versus the other kind? So just give us the basics.
So if you think about sunscreen, think of sunscreen as the bodyguard for your body, right? So when we look at UV light, it has many wavelengths. So we have UVA, which we call UV aging, penetrates deeper, it pokes holes in our collagen, it makes us look older, but also contributes to melanoma and skin cancer. UVB is the bad guy. UV burning is what gives you that discomfort. And so that's what really causes the DNA damage. So when we think about that DNA damage, think of your DNA as like an instruction manual for your body. And when it gets that UV light, all of the words meld together. And so now the body can't read it. And we create these odd signals, and that creates skin cancer. So that's the damage. When we look at different types, chemical sunscreen, it really absorbs that light and turns it into heat, right? And gets rid of it that way. When we look at the mineral sunscreens, they absorb a little bit, but they reflect and they scatter.
Are both equally effective?
Both are equally effective. If you're someone that's a little bit more sensitive, you may want a mineral sunscreen because of that reflection.
Okay, different SPFs. We're talking about the different ingredients. What is the bare minimum for SPF? Because I see a lot of like beauty products, it'll be like SPF 15, SPF 30, not good enough?
You know, 15 not good enough. SPF 30 is okay, but if you're really looking, I look for my top 3. SPF 50 at least, broad spectrum, so blocking against UVA and UVB, and we want something that's water resistant because even if you're not swimming, you're sweating, you're outdoors, so we want something that's going to stick around.
And how often do you need to reapply and to soak in? I'm always putting it on my kids, and then I'm like, you gotta wait.
Exactly. At least 15 minutes. We want you to wait so it absorbs, binds with the skin, and we want you to reapply every 2 hours when you're outside.
Okay. One of the most important things we need to do is get our skin checked. A lot of us forget to do that. If you want to just like take a look at home, what's kind of the home examination?
Yes, so we give you a nice little mnemonic. It's called the ABCDEs of melanoma. So the A is for asymmetry. So your moles should be roughly symmetric. If you bisect it down the center, they should be mirror images of each other. The border. So if you trace the border, it should be smooth. If it's scalloped, if you see any jagged edges or offshoots, that could be an area of activity, which could be melanoma. The color. So depending on your skin coloring, it could be flesh colored, it could be brown. Anything ink black, I want to see it. Anything with multiple colors, I want to see it. The diameter. So it should be smaller than the pencil eraser, which is about 6 millimeters, and it shouldn't evolve or change. And if you're looking for more information, the Melanoma Research Foundation is a fantastic place to go, melanoma.org, and it gives you all the information about melanoma, about what research is out there, about prevention. It's great for survivors. It's great for anyone who wants to learn about melanoma.
I'm backing up just a minute. I mean, the connection between UV exposure and skin cancer is well established.
Absolutely proven. UV light is a class 1 carcinogen, meaning it's the same as tobacco. It's the same as asbestos. We know this. This is not something we're making up. This is well-established research.
And beyond the sunscreen and the skin checks, what are your other kind of go-tos?
Yes.
When you're out and about on the street telling people to take care of their skin?
Yes, so we love sunscreen, but you have to put on enough. That's the biggest problem. So for your face, you need about a nickel-sized amount of sunscreen. You need that thick layer. For the body, about a shot glass or a golf ball-sized amount. Putting it on 15 minutes before you go out, you know, you want to make sure that it absorbs, reapplying every 2 hours, and realizing that, you know, sunscreen's not perfect. So think about your sunglasses. Think about, you know, UV protective clothing and going out at the right hour. So that 10 to 4 o'clock is going to be that critical time where you're going to get the most sun. So seek shade during those times.
And then real quickly, there have been some myths that have gotten to be very popular on social media about sunscreen and whether it's dangerous or you should avoid the chemicals. Just like your 60-second pitch on this.
Yeah, so one of the biggest ones is, oh, I need my vitamin D. You really need about 10 minutes a few times a week to get it. Your sunscreen's not perfect. You're still making vitamin D. And supplements are a much better way to get it because in the wintertime, there's not enough sun to make it. So you should be taking a vitamin D supplement either way. So that's one of the bigger myths. So that's a huge one that we're always following. Natural oils, you know, clean beauty is so big right now. A lot of my patients come in and they say, you know, I'm just going to use coconut oil. Coconut oil is SPF 4. What do we want? At least 30 to 50. So that's just not going to do the job. And then another one, patients come in saying, like, I have dark skin. I don't need sunscreen. Even the deepest, darkest, most onyx skin is only SPF 13. And what do we want? 30 or 50. So if you have dark skin, you still need sunscreen.
All right, good primer. Dr. Henry, thank you so much. Good to see you. Craig, over to you.
All right, and just ahead, shop today's savings with our good friend, McCollum Lovers here. Exclusive deals on multitasking products to help with your spring cleaning, cutting down on all that clutter. But first, this is Today on NBC. And welcome back. This morning on Shop Today's Savings, we are loaded with exclusive discounts to refresh your home, your wardrobe, and your beauty routine as well. And our guide to some great finds this morning, lifestyle expert McCollum Lovu. And you know what to do. Get out that phone, scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen to shop along. McCall, welcome back.
Good morning, Craig. Good to be back.
So skincare products, we'll start there. These are some products to help refresh that routine this spring.
Absolutely. So this is a brand called Sanzi. It is co-founded by the iconic Pamela Anderson. And let's start with the balm. I really love this. So my lips tend to get dry. And I love the balm because it keeps my lips hydrated so I don't have to continually use it over and over again. And our Shop Today staffers are obsessed with this. Look at that consistency. So what you're seeing, according to to the brand, the ingredients are the squalene, and the peptides. And what it does is the collagen really helps to plump up the lips, increase that collagen, and smooth out those wrinkles. And it really, the way I think about it is that it's skincare before your lips.
And it's for 40% off?
40% off each product. So this is just one of the products. Now we're going to talk about the multi-moisture cream. So this cream is multi-purpose. It's like a 3-in-1. You can use it as a daily moisturizer, overnight treatment, and you can also use it as a mask. This is fantastic for smoothing out those wrinkles, giving you that beautiful skin. And last but not least, we also have the mousse, which I love. This is a gentle mousse that you can use pretty much every single day. And you know what? It has like a light hint of rose, which is inspired by Pamela's love of gardening. It smells so good, Craig. Look at how it just goes onto the skin, right?
That does smell nice.
Got great ingredients. We're talking about aloe vera. We're talking about ginger. So really nice. You know,
it's not thick.
It's not thick at all. You have these environmental stressors that you have, so it really helps calming down the redness and really taking care, giving you that beautiful glowing skin.
And this is a new launch for all hair types.
It is. So this is from a brand called Revitalash. Revitalash is known for their lash serums, but they actually do a ton of beauty products. So this one is fantastic if you have dry, brittle hair, thinning hair. And what it does is that it makes it easier to detangle your hair. So you can just use it while your hair is clean or it's damp. And all you need really is a small amount. A little bit goes a long way. So you apply just like that.
A little dab will do you.
Yup, it's a leave-in conditioner, and you apply a dime-size amount, and you start with the mid-lengths, and you get it all the way down to the bottom of your hair and leave it as is, and then you can just kind of style.
I'll give you this paper towel because it's like the fifth thing you put on your hand.
It is, but I love trying them out because when you see it, you really see that shine, and you can just imagine it on your hair. The perfect way to just refresh your hair. Great on all hair types, especially color-treated hair.
Let's go into the kitchen now.
Okay.
You say this is a must-have.
It is. So here's the thing. Sometimes there are kitchen hacks that you're like, I'm not sure about, but this one right here will genuinely make your life easier. So this is great for storing your tomato soup. If you want to store your muffins, we've got it right here frozen. What I love about it is that it's multi-purpose. So you can also use it in the microwave. You can use it in the oven. You can use it in the dishwasher. It also has these lids right here. So you don't get like sort of that freezer burn. I mean, think about it. You can essentially cook, store, reheat using these freezer trays, which are so fantastic. And I want to point out that they are 52% off. That's like our biggest discount that we have on today's show.
52% off.
52% off.
Now, this would be great for someone's garage if you're trying to organize.
Garage or that corner of the house. Craig, do you have that corner of the house or that room that has all that clutter?
Multiple corners that are cluttered.
Boy, do I have a solution for you. So this is a value pack. This is a great way to just refresh and store everything that you need for your house, all of those different cords. So you have the labels, you have the organizer, a bunch of different items that we have here. As you can tell, we have the clips, we have the rolls, we have the label makers as well. And I really love that it's heavy duty as well. Let's say you've got something, I don't know, like a cord that you want to store outside, like a hose.
Yeah.
This is really heavy duty, maybe like a lightweight bike.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, right? This is fantastic. Or you've got cords that are cluttered on your desk and you really want the label clips to kind of just store and aggregate everything. And it comes with everything that you need to make sure that your home is nice and
you get all of that?
You get all of this.
Oh.
So you can really use it for your outdoor lights, right? You can use it for your desk at home if you work from home or even in the office. Really use it to really aggregate and store and organize everything that you need. All right, moving along.
Spring fashion.
Well, yeah, for spring, we want to upgrade our wardrobe, and we have this fantastic cardigan from Astar The Label, and we've got it for 40% off. Can we get into the details? Look at the scallop detail on this sweater.
Nice touch.
And also feel it, please.
That's
it feels
nice
really, really
that
nice.
is nice.
I mean, think about this. You can wear this to the office. You know, sometimes it gets a little chilly. Does it get chilly in your office?
I'm usually hot, but
You're
some people would complain that the studio's chilly.
I hear Savannah over there.
She's screaming that it's chilly.
If it's a little chilly in the studio or at home, or
I'm going to get you one of these.
Get one of these.
Get me too.
40% off, so scan that QR code. Again, the details we love, the cuffing right here on the hem. And think about wearing this even on the weekends for brunch when you're going out or to the office, as I mentioned. It's just a nice cardigan that you can dress up or dress down.
I'll let you talk about this one.
Yes, but last but not least, from Abby, we have these wonderful bras. Now, ladies, I know you feel me because sometimes some of these bras have sort of that ribbing that's uncomfortable.
Right.
You don't want to wear it after a long day.
I know.
But right here, we have this fantastic set of bras. So they're 40% off for each bra. So let's start with the Relief bra, which is so nice. It's got that 3D wing support, really making sure that you're comfortable all day long. And then we have the T-shirt bra, which is also nice right over here. I love the neckline on this because you can really wear it with a bunch of different shirts. So really comfortable. You can keep it on all day long. It has the same technology. It comes in a bunch of different colors that you can choose from and a bunch of different sizes. It's just a great way to refresh your wardrobe. You've got your cardigan. and now you get the comfortable bra that you never want to take off.
A t-shirt bra.
A t-shirt bra. Like, it feels like that comfortable t-shirt that you have and you love, and you just want to keep it on.
All right, Nicole, I'll take your word for it. Thank you. To shop these exclusive deals, just scan that QR code, or you can check out today.com/savings. And by the way, while you're there, be sure to download our Shop Today Savings browser extension to automatically save on these brands and more than 40,000 other brands as well. And quick reminder, Today makes a commission on purchases made through our links. We have shopped. Mr. Daly, it's time to eat, sir.
A little quiet during that t-shirt bra segment there, Craig, but thank you. We're going to switch gears. You want to impress your family and friends, don't move. We've got Chef Gregory Gourdet about to show you how to create this stunning short rib dish and a lot more. But first, this is Today on NBC. We got a good one today. I can hear the tasting table already. Today, food this morning, flavor-packed beef short rib recipe from three-time James Beard Award winner Chef Gregory Gourdet. He's got restaurants on both coasts. Cannes, should you find yourself in Portland, Oregon, offers a delicious Haitian Caribbean cuisine. And then Printemps here in New York specializes in modern French dining. Chef, what a treat to have you here, my friend. Good to see you. We're talking about Printemps, One Wall Street.
Yes.
Yes. Describe it for people, because it is like fashion and food.
It is the oldest department store in Paris. We've been open since the 1800s, and we have a much, much smaller boutique footprint here. So luxury retail, all mixed in with food and beverage, so you can't really go too far without finding something cool to purchase to eat or to wear.
How many different menus are you in charge of there?
So we have 5 different concepts within the space at One Wall Street. We have 2 cafes, one serving coffee and pastries and all that good stuff. One is more lunch and dinner focused. We have a champagne bar, a cocktail bar, and a fine dining restaurant.
Savannah, that's your shopping spree. You do a little shopping. So you're known. We'll get into the cooking here. We only got a few minutes, but you're known for Haitian American flavors.
Yes.
How do you get that into this
food? Today we're making kind of like this really great recipe where you can kind of make both of this, and just kind of keep the recipe. So it's like my 8-piece braised short rib. 8 pieces is the foundation of Haitian cooking. It's a green seasoning. It's an aromatic mix of onions, chilies, scallions. We use it in a lot of our food. It creates so much depth. So what you can do. Yes, so you have your herbs and aromatics. You're gonna pulse. You get this beautiful puree, and then we're gonna take our short ribs, season them nice and well.
Did you do anything to those?
No, just regular short ribs off the bone, salt, pepper. You wanna add your 8-piece, and you can smell it has that beautiful.
Would you use? Oh, that smells amazing.
It smells amazing, right?
Oh, really fresh.
And you can just kind of.
Would you use the 8-piece on other pork proteins as well?
Oh yeah, any and all.
Perfect.
I like to marinate overnight because it just really infuses and then really get those flavors nice and deep. And then we have our hot pan, and then we just sear our short ribs. We're gonna let those get brown on all 6 sides. Not 4, all 6.
Yep, so you're gonna work them.
Yeah.
But that's not a complete cook, right? Is it done?
No, so you just want to sear, get that beautiful caramelization. That's going to add a little depth, really kind of develop those flavors. And then we're going to add our aromatics, this other layer of aromatics. We have onions and garlic. We're adding scallions. We're adding a little bit of habanero or Scotch bonnet if you have it. A little bit of tomato paste. And we're adding all of this to our short ribs, and we're going to get this in the oven.
Oh, wow.
So you have all these beautiful
So once these are seared off all 6 sides, you're adding it to that, and then how long is that in the oven?
And then we're going to go for about 2.5 hours until it's pretty tender. I like to go till they're pretty almost fork tender. Basically spoon it off.
They're perfectly tender.
How is it, guys? Moaning.
So delicious.
Just mushrooms.
And then
a little bite on the back.
It's a good
then you add your lid, and then we're gonna let this.
I bet this smells so incredible after 2 hours.
Throw the whole thing in the oven till it's nice and tender. Yeah. To serve with it, we're gonna go with a little bit of a puree. Again, this is one of my favorite purees, and it's actually dairy-free. So if you have folks in the family that can't have dairy, this is a good option for them. But we have some caramelized onions, some garlic. We're gonna get some sweet potatoes. Yeah. Some seasoning and some coconut milk, and it's going to add a beautiful.
Coconut milk is a nice.
Oh, the coconut milk.
Taste this,
Sweetness, tropical sweetness.
Wow.
That would be a nice
Cook it down.
Thanksgiving side.
Yes, indeed.
It would be beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's just not it.
I mean, right?
It's just there's levels to this game. That's what I'm learning.
No, it's
doing a lot of cooking segments.
A few steps.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
The James Beard level.
3 times.
Yeah, seriously.
3 times.
Yeah, well, Cannes in Oregon won the best new restaurant a couple years ago.
A few years ago.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All these recipes and more, today.com/food. Coming up next in the third hour, a live performance from Broadway star Jeremy Jordan. We look forward forward to that. Chef Gourday, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chef.
Well done.
We're back, but first, your local news weather and these quick messages. Oh, wine too.
It seems like a place that Deborah.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.